Noni here. Welcome back to my channel. You can call me Noni. I'm not sure about my intro. I feel like every time I start talking, I'm like I'm already over it. But it's just, again, a part of the air hunger that I have constantly. So I could address you the way that I do with my little kitties. And usually with them, when they're walking up to me for 11s or whatever, I'm just like, hello, darlings. I don't know where that came from. It just pops right out of my head. And I do love my little darlings. So, I'm coming to you from my studio. As you can see, it is a perfect 66 degrees outside. I didn't double check this, but why do I have to have air conditioning in this car? Like, I don't, apparently. Okay. Great, now I lost my train of thought. Oh, I think yesterday, the days just blend together, or the 20th was the first day of fall. So I couldn't be happier. I am feeling much better. There's just a shift. Like yesterday, it was humidity. It was drizzly and humid. Today's not quite as humid, though we are going to get some rain later, and the humidity always jacks with my back. And then, of course, a drizzly day does tend to make you feel mentally fatigued, which I am dealing with that a lot. I have pushed myself. I got up at 4:45 this morning. I mean, I did not choose that. My body did. I woke up at 4:45 this morning, and instead of just the usual, like, just laying there and stretching and heating my back up and blah, 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 trying to eat some cereal or find something I can eat so I can take my meds, I just was like, I'm over it. And so I got up and I just started doing shit. And that's taken me a long time to get there. I think part of it is because, again, Texas in summer, like, no matter what kind of air conditioning you have, you're never going to beat the heat. But when you have an old, sad air conditioner unit like we do, with a pretty good sized trailer, it's a double, so it's like 2,500 square feet, and a mother-in-law that likes to turn the air conditioner down, up. I can't ever get that figured out. Like, to me, turn it up means, like, I want it cooler, make it stronger, you know what I mean? But it could also mean, move the lever up. Oh, great. Today's Tuesday, so there's going to be lots of trash can and noise and all that. But whatever. We will persevere. Yeah, I lost it. Sorry about that. Oh, the air conditioning. So we have made it a rule in our house, when we say turn it up, we mean, like, turn it up to where it stops blowing out cool air, which we never say that. Turn it down means make it cooler. It's too hot in here. Well, sorry, I'm having a weird sensation of cold water on my buttock, which I don't. Oh my God, Oliver, how did you get outside? Did I leave the front door open? Hi, Oliver. Hi, baby. One moment, please. I can't pause you because I'm not going to stick you together with editing. I'm just not going to do it. I don't have time for that shit. I mean, I do, but like, you know. Come here, baby. Ollie, come here. Oh, he's going to make me come get him. He's like, no, you come here and get it. Okay, just enjoy this scenery. I'll be right back. Okay? Oliver, how did you get out? And we are back with a cat. Just a second. You know, he's been saying he wants to start his own channel, but you know, I just wasn't sure he had it in him because he's kind of lazy. But I don't know. I think he might be up for it because obviously he wanted to be in this video. Okay, baby, come here. Come here. Where do you want to go? Why don't we go over here? Okay. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Hi. Hi. Okay. Oh my God, that was exhausting. And we're back. Okay then. What are you doing? You know, the people can't see you, so all they can see is you. What's going on? What do you want? Okay, there he is. All right, so anyway, I tend to like to keep the AC down because I have a plasma TV. Big mistake. Don't ever buy a plasma TV. We did it because it was a steal. I mean, back in the day, they were the thing, right? And it was a steal at Walgreens because they were basically being out, whatever the word is, you know, out of popularity. I don't know. Better technology was coming along. So, okay, Mama needs some air now. Thanks to you, I can't breathe because all the energy you made me expel. So that was fun. Thank you so much. But I like it cooler. And we have a bigger room to cool. We have one vent in a pretty big size master bedroom. Okay, dude, bro. And she's got a fairly small size room. And these were her wishes. Like, she wanted us to have the master. You know, we're two larger people. My husband is a giant. And she's just a little Mimi. And so, yes, it made sense, but still, you know. And her bedroom is then across the whole house, right next to the air conditioner dial. So, here's what it sucks. Like, whenever fall comes, right, you want to start wearing, like, it's not sweater weather yet, not in Texas, but, like, longer shirts. I have this pair of, like romper overalls, but it's, like, the material's cotton. It's not, like, jean or anything. So comfortable. And then I would wear, like, a long sleeve shirt under it. But inside the house, it's nice and balmy and humid as fuck. Okay, so that's a constant battle. and she never went through traditional menopause, so she never suffered from hot flashes. I luckily don't have as many, but my I need a drink of water, I'm sorry. My mouth is so dry. And I feel so dehydrated, but I can't catch my breath, y'all. I hate this air hunger bullshit. Oh, I hate it. And then trying to talk when you're having it is very difficult. Ooh, I feel lightheaded now. Yeah, when you're trying to talk during shortness of breath. I'm sorry, baby. It's difficult. But I have to talk. I love talking to you guys. So, the last video was a little intense, so I thought we would take a break from that. I do want to make one little comment, and that is that I got a dislike. So what I'd love to, and I don't even know if that was from a subscriber. What I'd love to know is if that is a dislike, like I don't like your coverage of the video, or the content was upsetting, I don't like that, or you know, whatever. I would love, ooh, no, don't tell me this is scratched. Like constructive feedback, you know what I mean? Like why the video wasn't liked. Or it could be like, oh, that's sad. I hate the subject matter. It's such a sad subject matter. And it is. But the likes and the dislikes are for if you liked the video in the sense of like, the way I provided the information, or the quality of the video, like of the content, rather than, you know what I mean? Like, obviously no one likes the subject matter. It's like, yeah, boo, child sexualization, yeah, boo, and I get that. But if you liked the video in terms of it gave you information that you didn't know, or whatever other reason you would like a video for, please leave a thumbs up, because that helps the video and my channel to gain traction. And I really just want more I'm sorry, awareness. I also want to say that we're up to 40 subscribers, and when I first started this channel, I think I said when we get 40 subscribers I will get a vlogging camera, and then I kind of put that on hold, like, you know, the no job having situation. But as luck would have it, I ended up having a vlogging camera anyway. So Kelly's working on, like, I don't handle the technical stuff, so he's working on all of that, because there's stuff I wanna, oh my god. First of all, I am very fatigued, but my body does this yawning as a way to help my body to get more air, like that, to catch that breath, you know. So that's why there's so much yawning. So there's probably gonna be a lot of yawning, and here we go again. I'm so sorry. Y'all, I'm tired. Maybe I should have made a video. I don't know. I wanted to really bad. Like, okay, so let me lay it out for you. Did I even tell you guys? I don't think I did, because it was such serious subject matter that I did the other day. I don't know when that was, but I honestly don't know what it was. That I just wanted to have a different video, more of like an update on me, or a life update or whatever. So the past couple of weeks, and it's kind of been like progressingly getting worse or whatever, I found myself, stop it, no, he's turning on the water, no, baby, you can't rub your head on everything because you're turning things on, okay? You can't, you're turning on the washers. Look outside the pretty window and see all the pretty birds. The birds that chase you instead of you chasing them. Sorry. If this was at night, you could, or play it at night, and you could make it a drinking game. Every time I yawn, you take a shot. Only if you're of age, 21 and older. My appetite started changing, like, not really my appetite at first, like, it was just the things I'm able to eat have slowly started shrinking down. Like, I used to be able to eat, like, when there's nothing else I could eat because it was too spicy, or it's too this, or it's too that, my one go-to would be Cheerios, because I was trying not to eat sugary cereals. I'm trying to be better about just all of that, I quit drinking because it wasn't doing me any favors. It just made me feel like shit the next day, headaches, which I don't appreciate that, because mama loves a drink, okay? Listen, I'm not an alcoholic, but on a weekend, I like a drink or two. I haven't gotten tipsy in ages because it takes me so long to drink them, but just having a drink, like, one of my favorite things to drink is like Drambuie. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's like, it's not spicy, but it's got like all these different spices in it with like a whiskey base, I guess, but you can't tell the whiskey, girl. But there is so much sugar in this shit. It's like a liqueur, I guess. I don't know if it says liqueur on it, but okay. But it's really, sorry, it's one of my favorites. You're banned from coming over here to this side of the car. No. And there's lots of others that I like to drink, but that's just one that I was drinking lately. But, like, definitely triggered my migraines more, and I think because of my worst allergy season is during the cooler months, fall, when we get ragweed. That's really where my allergies kick in. My sinuses were really bothering me, and so it's just like, well, you're doing this to yourself. I mean, part of it's your body's fault, but at the end of the day, I'm the only one that can take care of this body. So, so I haven't been drinking, and usually when there's nothing in the house that I can eat, bro, no, baby, you can't rub your face on that. You're going to, like, pull this thing down, and we're gonna go right into the street. You cannot allow that. So you have a whole car you can explore, an entire car. You do not have to be right here, okay? Why don't I move these notebooks out of your way? You can sit right here, Okay, and you can have your little you time. Anyway, bro, no, 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 no. The most stubborn animal I've ever come across in my entire life. Go explore the back seat, baby. There's a whole back seat back there for you. Okay? What if I do this? What if I tear off a piece of paper? Look, we're already 20 minutes in. I haven't done anything. Hey, baby, look. Ooh, piece of paper. Paper ball. Look at this. Hey. Ooh, 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 ooh. There you go. Okay. So, drinking, headaches, food issues. Okay. So, sorry, my nose is running. The last, usually I can eat a bowl of Cheerios. But the last few times I tried to get them down, I would take a couple bites and it was just like, you know how like there's something like at the time you feel fine, but your body is communicating to you, not by vomiting, not by feeling nauseous, but just somehow instinctually telling you this isn't gonna go well. You know what I mean? So I would take like a couple bites of Cheerios and I was just like, no. So, I need my chapstick. What the hell? Is that you? Did you cause that? Oh, you're so naughty. Naughty. You're just a naughty boy. What is this? I don't know what this is. I don't know. What is this? So, Sailor Moon? Sailor Moon. I don't know what that is, but looks like a badge. Okay, anyway. My daughter still uses this car, even though it's my studio. And it lasted a couple weeks, and like everything I would normally try to eat, like a bologna sandwich, or like the other day, Kelly and I went and got lunch, and I got, I try to keep like the less ingredients, the less I have to worry about it, right? So I got like mahi grilled, no spices, with like roasted Brussels sprouts and a kale salad, right? And I made sure, because I'm trying to find, I'm trying to follow this autoimmune anti-inflammatory diet, AIP, and I'm trying to just, no pun intended, but take small bites. Like I'm not just full force going into all of it at once, because that's how I overwhelm myself, and then I just blow it off. Just real quick, you may be hearing these weird sounds come out of my body. That is my body just trying to accommodate the liquid that I'm pouring down it. So one of the issues is that like lately when I eat food, it feels like it's piling up. You know what I mean? And it's been that way for a while. Like I can't like eat and then take my pills right after. Like my meds, I have to eat, set a timer for like 15 minutes, and then take my meds. So if you're hearing those noises right now, I am aware of them. And it's my body slowly letting that liquid go down. And they're like motility issues, I guess. because, again, with small fiber neuropathy, you can develop things like gastroparesis, which is basically just your whole digestive system just slows down, which is, again, part of why people suffer with constipation. Some other people suffer with the opposite. You know what I mean? I don't like saying that word. You know, the opposite of constipation. I can't, because their body's haywire. And so for me lately, I knew my foods were getting limited because of my burning mouth syndrome. Like, I mean, there are times where, like, anything I eat, even white bread, will burn my mouth. That doesn't happen a lot. So usually I can eat whatever I want, provided it doesn't have spice. And I used to be able to eat, like, Mimi would maybe put Rotel. She makes this, like, chicken enchilada casserole. She would put Rotel in that, like, the mild non-jalapeno version or whatever. And it was fine. And now I can't have that. And now I can't eat her chili. And it's slowly becoming where everything, when they get barbecue, I can't eat that. The other day they got wings, and lemon pepper wings are my favorite. And I've never had a problem with them. They're normally like a cracked pepper. If I get that, like, I don't like it. But if, like, Wingstop, only Wingstop wings, they're lemon pepper flats. I don't like the drumettes. I haven't had a problem with. Well, last weekend or this weekend or whatever, we got wings because I finally got to meet my future son-in-law, and love him. He is great. And so this was the first time that we all kind of, like, I don't know, whatever, he ate over here. But I couldn't eat the wing. Like, I took a bite of it. Hi, what are you fucking doing? What are you doing? Are you gonna mow the lawn right now, bro? Oh my god. You guys, he's gonna fucking mow the lawn. Please don't mow the lawn. Please don't bother me. He's gonna mow the lawn. He's gonna mow the lawn. Okay, well, I'm not gonna fucking stop. Okay? Alright. So anyway, I started taking a bite of it, and I, Can you hear that? Yeah. I started taking a bite of the meat, and I had to, like, spit it out. Like, I got all the little meat bits in there in my mouth, and I just had to spit it out. I don't know why, but it was another thing where my body was like, no, bitch, no. Which was weird, because it was just like, it's just chicken. I peeled the skin off. It's just chicken. There wasn't even any seasoning, but it didn't hurt my mouth. It was just something. Oh god, I didn't even turn my notifications off or my whatever. So this video may end abruptly, so I apologize, but I'm still gonna post it. Because I didn't do the yeah, I did. Let's have a sip of coffee, shall we? Isn't that a fun noise? Oh, and I can smell the gasoline of it. Isn't that? That's just great. Oh, I'm not bitter at all. I am not bitter at all. There's no bitterness here. I'm a lying whore. Anyway, So I don't know where I was, but I have been trying the AIP diet to try to feel better. But slowly but surely, I was getting to the point where I was maybe getting like 200 or 300 calories a day. Now, listen, Mama's got some calories to spare. You know what I mean? But I always told Kelly, I was like, listen, if I start losing my appetite, that's when you need to worry. So, and I remember saying that, and so part of me was like, oh no. But as with most things, I think you just need to give it a few weeks, wait it out. I don't know if it was a virus. I don't know if it was just my body adjusting to something. You never know. With small fiber neuropathy, it is all over the board. I do think that it is something that's permanent. But I lost 10 pounds. Fastest 10 pounds I ever lost in my life. Which I know fast weight loss is not healthy weight loss. But it made me feel good in the moment. And it's a good springboarding. Yesterday was more of a normal day for me. I was able to... Mimi made... eggs, like medium rare, you know what I mean? Bacon, which I had like an egg and a piece of bacon. And then she made waffles, and she made like crunchy, like Eggo waffles. But she made them crunchy, which I love, because usually people just make them soft. I'm battling a giant tabby cat right now. What do you need? What do you need, baby? Do you want to look out the window? Is that what it is? Go ahead. You're interested in what he's doing? Okay. So, so yesterday I ate, and then, she made this soup that I love. We call it hamburger stew, but it's got like ground meat in it, potato, carrots, celery, chicken stock, bay leaf, like salt and pepper to boyfriend, salt and pepper to taste, and that was perfect. Like, I didn't add any carbs to it. Normally I would. She had cornbread. Normally I'd get a big old piece of cornbread, slap some butter on that, dip it. I didn't do that. Didn't even get crackers. So normally I have crackers with soup. Didn't even do that, because I am trying to also limit my carb intake, because I have found that my body, like the Cheerios, I feel like my body was saying, I don't like this kind of carbohydrate. When I eat rice Chex, then I'm fine. I can eat rice Chex. So what I want to do at some point, it probably won't be today. I feel like I've already done a million things today. But it's fine when I eat rice Chex. So I eat rice Chex, and so far I haven't had any tummy problems. I've also noticed, since I've been off of dairy, that my tummy, or things, like, I'm getting less issues with heartburn. Same with carbs. Like, I'm getting less issues with heartburn. Like, I still go through a lot of Tums, but like, it was ridiculous. Okay, like, just, and I think the Tums that I'm eating now is just out of habit. Like, I need to start training my body to just wait it out, because I take omeprazole every morning. But even with that, before, the way I was eating, where I was just eating whatever and not really being conscious of it, I was just popping those Tums like candy. So I'm trying the anti-inflammatory diet. If I was a journaler, I would journal about it, but it's like, writing hurts my hands. So another reason why the vlogging camera is good is because there's things that I need to be able to look up and reference and read, but it's I would use my phone for that. My iPad is still with Hippo. It may always be with Hippo. I don't know. And you know, the weird thing is like, I've never quite gotten comfortable with the iPad, which is weird because it's bigger and it's better. But I usually just use it for like, if I want to be in bed and I don't want to watch a big TV and I just want to have the iPad there with me. Kids, like my daughter, are more into that. Like we have a big ass TV in the living room, and her and her boyfriend would rather watch Star Wars, okay, the original, okay, Star Wars on a laptop. And I'm like, watch it on the big TV. Why you want to watch it on the laptop? I'm like, I don't understand. I don't get it. But it's an age thing, right? Maybe it's a more intimate feeling to them. Like they can be like, and they're watching it, which I see the benefit of that. But I'm like, it's effing Star Wars, you know, like blast it out. Oh, God, do I have a pen? I just want to write these things down before I forget. Please don't forget it. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Do not forget what you want to talk about. Okay. So the AIP diet. So I've given up basically everything they require, but like I said, I'm still researching. I have not found a good app, which I think would be helpful on my phone for the AIP diet. But I haven't found a good one. I'm still drinking my coffee. That will probably be the last thing to go. I have 1 cup a day. Not even every day. I don't always make a cup of coffee every day. But usually when I come out here and talk to you, I do. And I enjoy it. And also that is where my special concoction goes that helps things to happen in my body where things don't normally want to happen. If you get my meaning. Go look at my video, Don't Be Embarrassed, Everybody Does It, or something like that. It was one of my first few videos, okay? Then you'll see. So, but I'll let you, I'll keep you guys posted. Like, I have to admit that yesterday, I was a little bit disappointed because I ate all day yesterday. And I think part of it was because I hadn't been eating for like 2 freaking weeks. I really had not been eating that much from a calorie standpoint. But like I said, I had a lot of I don't know what you call it, spare. A lot of reserves. So, but yesterday, I woke up expecting it to be kind of the same. Like I would take a bite and it would, you know, my body would be like, no. And then I'd be like, okay. Like it wasn't even upsetting to me anymore. It was like, whatever. It is what it is. Maybe the benefit is I'll get a little bit of weight loss out of it. I was feeling, because of my, you know, my thyroid and adding new medications causing weight gain or whatnot, you know, I had gained a lot of weight during the time that I'd lost my job. I think a lot of that was depression, less activity, not that I did a lot of activity like at work sitting in a chair, but you're still like getting up, getting ready for work, walking to the car, walking out of the car, walking into the building, which, you know, it took a couple minutes to get up to my area. It was not a huge building, but bigger than my house. Getting up and walking to the bathroom every 20 minutes, it felt like. So that expelled or used calories. Same thing with, coming home or that kind of thing. I also had a stand-up desk. So I would try to, when I could, stand up, do like little steps or whatnot. So, at first, like the first few months after I lost my job, I was so depressed. So depressed. I'd been laid off before many times. I'm 51. I've been working since I was 16. I've been, I've lost jobs before. Never been fired. But through layoffs, I've lost jobs, and of course it's always sad, but I'd been there 8 years, and this place had really, really, truly become my second home. Like, to me, they were just as much family to me as my family, because I spent more time with them. Even sometimes on the weekends, or like talking on the phone or whatnot. Lord, give me strength. I know this man is doing his job. He's doing a hard day's work. Please just give me strength. I am so... Okay, here's what I don't understand. He's using a blower. Why the fuck are you using a blower? Who cares? What are you blowing away that's not just going to blow right back where the fuck it was before you blew it? I'm so sorry for that outburst. Wow. Again, not mad at him, mad at the situation. This is a very nice gentleman. I know him. He's been taking care of our lawn for years, and he's a great guy. I'm just upset at the situation. Very sensitive to noises and smells. This has created a new grass cutting smell, a gasoline smell from the machines he's using, the noises. So a lot of sensory overload. So yeah. Anyway, so I'll let you guys know how I am doing with this AIP diet. I'm hoping that today that I don't, like, I want to keep, I want to do what's healthy for my body, but I also want to keep losing weight, because I am not happy at this weight. I want to get back to the weight that I was at probably like 6 months before I lost my job. I had just started gaining weight. And now I know it was my thyroid issues. I didn't know at the time. What the? I didn't know at the time that my thyroid was jacked up. So I was gaining weight, and I kept saying, hey guys, doctors, whatever, I'm gaining weight. It's your menopausal. You're going to gain weight, metabolism, whatever. It's like, could you just do your job and, like, take a blood test? It's not that difficult, Like, do I really need to be informing you of how to do your job? I guess I do. So anyway, but I hear it can take a while for your body to come back from that state. So, again, we'll keep you posted. So, another issue, something else that's causing me concern is the whole job situation. So Kelly hasn't found a job yet. I have no idea where he is on the journey of Mimi's coming here. I hope she's not trying to talk to me. I don't know where she is on the journey of, what was the word I was trying to say? Where he is on the, oh, I don't know where Kelly is on the journey of finding a job. Like, he does not communicate things to me, and when I ask, it's like, it's going fine. I'm like, okay. You know, he's doing his searches and all of that and blah, blah, blah. You know, I don't know how things are in other places where you live, but in Texas, when you're on unemployment, you're required to make so many searches per week. And then every 2 weeks, you go and request your unemployment payment, and you answer all these questions, and you put in there how many searches you made and blah, blah, blah. So, my concern is this. I have gotten mostly rejection emails, or through the, like, I'm using Indeed, right, or whatever. Lucinda, girl, can you calm down? Like, I even put hair oil on her, and she's just, I don't know. Anyway, it's all I can focus on. So, you know what we're gonna do? Hold on. I'm gonna put you down for a little nap. How's that sound? Does that sound good? Take a little nap. Georgette, over here, you can take a little nap. Though she's not as wild and crazy as Lucinda, you know what I mean? Yes, maybe it is weird that I name my little hair bits that hang out, but, you know, that's how I roll. Anyway, so, why are my hands sticky? Nothing drives me crazier than that. Absolutely nothing. There's no reason they should be sticky at all. Zero. Like, none. Hold on. So sorry. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. So, you know, and I've got 25 years of experience, customer service experience. It's like, look, I can learn whatever your industry is. It's not rocket science, okay? It's just, don't be shitty to the customers, duh, and then learn about the product or the service or whatever it is you're going to be helping the customer with. I can learn shit, okay? Just because I'm 51 doesn't mean I can't learn shit. Just because I have a chronic illness doesn't mean I can't learn shit, okay? And I'm really starting to get pissed. It's never taken me this long to find a job. And, you know, on these job things, they ask you all these questions. And I know I've talked about this before, but again, just giving another update, because now I'm looking at, it's 7 months out of work. Okay, my unemployment is probably about to just be like, sorry, bitch, you didn't find a job, don't know what to do. I'm being very honest on my things, you know, whenever they're like, and now all of a sudden they ask, like, do you have a disability? In the little, you know, like when they ask, what's your gender? What's your nationality? Because, you know, they get certain government funding or extra government money if they hire women, if they hire I can't think of the other words. People with disabilities, right? People, minorities. So, okay, which is all great. So I was like, oh, great. You know, I'm a woman and I've got a disability. So, whammo, I'm going to get a job any day now. So I got 2 really good prospects. 2 people called me, and I can tell, like, I've been in this game long enough, when somebody is super interested, right? Like, if I didn't give a shit about my body or my health or my future, I wouldn't have talked about my disability. I wouldn't have mentioned it, and they probably would have hired me. But both of them required me to go into the office. And during COVID, I am in no way going to do that. I don't know if I've explained this before, but I have chronic Epstein-Barr virus, right? So I had it multiple times as a kid. I've had it multiple times as an adult. And it's not like I kept catching it from different people. I had it in my body, and it kept reactivating. And now they're finding out that Epstein-Barr virus, if you'll just research it, it is responsible, and I can go into a more in-depth video about this once I have access to information that is in my phone when I'm using a vlogging camera rather than my phone. But they're finding that it is responsible for a lot of different autoimmune disorders, different diseases, MS, which is an autoimmune disorder, and I absolutely 100% believe it could be a factor, one of the factors. Like so many things had to happen to get my body to this place. You know, childhood trauma mixed with, I got EBV when I was 16. And then the same day, I was so sick with EBV, violently ill, and I had a fever when I went into the office, and they were like, oh, you have mono again, da 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 da. And then without my permission, they proceeded to shove a flu vaccine into my ass. I still remember the pain to this day. It was so incredibly painful. The nurse just rammed that, and it's not the shot that hurts, it's the goo that's inside, because it's thick and you have to like rub it out. Well, she didn't rub it out. It was like just like a knot in my ass, and it hurt really bad, like so bad that I was like crying. And I haven't taken a flu vaccine since. Now, normally, or not normally, the reason is not because it hurts. The reason is because I don't want to put a vaccine in my body when I don't know what it will do with what my body will do with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can no longer trust my body to respond well to outside invaders or whatnot. Do you know what I mean? Like, my body is basically rejecting everything that I do to it. Like, it's rejecting alcohol, it's rejecting carbs, it's rejecting dairy, it's like my world in that sense of what I can do to my body or put in my body are becoming very small. Now, I am not a no-vaxxer. I believe that everybody has the right and should get the vaccine, flu vaccine, if they so choose. If it is for school, okay? No one's child is more important than another, and so we all have to agree that if you want your child to go to public school for free, which, I mean, it's not for free, we you know, our taxes, but still for free, right? And here in Texas, we're very lucky. Our kids can get a really good education in public schooling. And all of my kids did. And, but one of the requirements is your kid has to be vaccinated from these certain diseases. And here's the garbage truck. And so I never had a problem with that. I always vaccinated my kids because what else I can't afford private school. So shoot them off to regular school, and they had their vaccinations. I had my vaccinations when I was a kid. But knowing what, okay, so for instance, and I know I've talked about the causes, some of the causes of small fiber neuropathy. I have to put my glasses back on. I can't see. Well, one of my subscribers pointed out to me, which I already know, so I feel bad that I didn't mention it. But I'll give you an example. There are people that have been diagnosed with cancer, and they've gone through chemotherapy, and that chemotherapy affected their central nervous system, and they ended up getting small fiber neuropathy. Now, that is not a double slap in your fucking face. I don't know what is. Like, man. And the fact that this person, I don't know this individual personally, but from what I could glean just from our short communication, he did not seem like a bitter person. He just seemed like he accepted, and I just was like so blown away by that. Just like, wow, you're amazing. Teach me how to be that amazing. Because to get cancer and then you get a permanent, like, something like this that causes a lot of pain and a lot of, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know, you know. And it's so hard to explain to people. It's so hard to get them to understand because it's constantly changing, you know. So, but anyway, chemotherapy is a cause of small fiber neuropathy. So then you got to think about, okay, well, that's things that you're putting into your body. I will murder everybody in the entire world. All will be murdered. Hi. Do you have a packet? No? Okay. Please. Oh my God. What is all this? What is all this? We have packages from FedEx. Okay, so we have FedEx here. God bless you, honey. He's taking it right up to the doorstep. So it's just, oh my God, so sweet. Okay, so we have FedEx here. We have the garbage people here. We have the lawn people here. So, I'll just remind me that I don't have a job. Oh, he's going back. He's going back. Oh, he's going to someone else's place. He's just running. Bless your heart, little dude, man. That's how you're going to stay in shape. That's how you're going to stay young. Okay, so, but that's why we have to, like, when you have a central nervous system disorder, okay, autoimmune disease, your body does different things or has different reactions to other stimuli, food, medications, those kinds of things. And so you have to be really careful. What I was saying, oh, now we have UPS. Okay. So maybe Tuesday isn't a film day for me. Okay, unless you guys are having fun with this. Maybe this is a fun video, seeing all the, it reminds me of a Sesame Street episode where it's like, look at all the different workers, you know what I mean? But they're just rubbing it in my face and I don't have a job. Okay, baby, I know. Yeah. All that activity is kind of scary, huh? Yeah. Are you okay? Anyway, you're driving too fast. We have children here. We have children. Driving too fast, UPS. Anyway, so, okay, yeah, oh, yeah, go over there, okay, so there's these antibiotics, they're called fluoroquinolones, and all I know is, like, again, if I had my phone, I could spell them out for you, but there's Avelox, Levinox, Levaquin, Cipro. For me, I have no idea if Cipro is what caused it. I have asked many times, because I'm on these Facebook groups for small fiber neuropathy, and whenever someone says, oh, I got mine from Cipro, I'm like, well, how do you know? Like, how did your doctor find that out? Like, nobody ever answers me. Nobody ever answers me. So I don't know if they're just like, well, I read it and I've had Cipro, so I think that's what caused it. I don't know. I don't know. And I've never asked my neuro. I should probably just ask her. So anyway, well, I know I did one time. I think one time I was like, did you know, my drinking cause this? Because alcoholism can cause it. And she was like, no, like, when they say drinking alcohol, they're talking about, like, drinking it every day, all day, every day, like, overloading your body with alcohol. And that's not what was happening. So I was like, okay. I did have, like, I would go to urgent care all the time with what I thought was bladder infections. And, you know, when you think you have a bladder infection, they go and you pee in a little cup, and they're like, well, there's some whatever bacteria, but it's, you know, we're going to have to send it out to see if it grows more bacteria to let you know if it's a true bladder infection. But in the meantime, they go ahead and just give you Cipro. Cipro, okay? Cipro is used to treat anthrax. You don't need Cipro to treat a bladder infection. I don't know why they were just giving it out like candy. It was Rapid Med. Who I love my local Rapid Med, but at the same time, it's like, could you please educate yourself? They have black box warnings on them stating that people, it can cause broken tendons. Like, for whatever reason, something in it can cause your tendons to break. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, why would you give that to somebody for something as simple as a bladder infection when they can just take Bactrim? And it's not like Bactrim doesn't have its own, it's not a black box though. It has side effects, of course, but it's not a black box. So I won't ever take those. I won't take fluoroquinolones. I won't ever take a flu vaccine because, one, they usually aren't to protect you from the flu that is out, right? Because that's a new one, okay? And they're usually basing that flu vaccine on the shit that came out last year. And the flu vaccine adapts. I mean, the flu adapts and it changes, which is so fucking terrifying, right? Like, diseases can do that. They can change and adapt to, like, be more deadly. It's weird. It's like they're villains in a comic book or a superhero movie. So I never get a flu vaccine, and I have only one time had the flu, once in my entire life. And compared to the life that I live every day, it wasn't that bad. Like, honestly, I went to the doctor. I knew there was something wrong, but I was like, it's probably a virus, whatever. My husband didn't feel good either, but he was like, he was dragging on the floor. He was dying, okay? And I was just like, la la la, I'm just tired. But I feel like this every day, so give me whatever it is I need for whatever it is I have, and let me go home. Turned out we both had the flu. And Kelly was like, is this what you feel like every day? And I was like, yeah, every day. And he was like, oh my God. So, we went home, and I took like one Tamiflu, and I felt weird. I felt like it was doing something inside my body, and it wasn't good. Like, it just felt wrong. So I didn't take any more of it, but I started researching it, and it said that Tamiflu can only really shorten the flu for you by like 1 day. So let's say the flu you had, because there's different kinds, was going to last you a week, 7 days. Tamiflu would have saved you 1 day of feeling like shit. I'm going to put this drug in my body that has so many side effects in it, and I think it might have a black box. I'm not sure. So please research that yourself. Allegedly. But I was pissed. I was like, I'm not putting this in my body. You know, when it's got all these side effects. Like, when a drug can cause you to have this lifelong, and again, this is just a symptom. So the disease would be, if it was Cipro related, right? It would be Cipro toxicity, or fluoroquinolone toxicity is the event. And the outcome is that you now have small fiber neuropathy for the rest of your life because it fucked with your central nervous system. For other people, it's an it's autoimmune related, like in my case. The reason I brought that up, when a COVID vaccine comes out, I'm not taking the COVID vaccine. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to put something in my body that is, in my opinion, too new, would not have been tested on enough people to know what it's going to do. I mean, especially since they're finding now that COVID, much like EBV, because back in the day, EBV was mono. EBV, the Epstein-Barr virus, causes mononucleosis. And now they're finding it causes a whole host of other issues. It could even cause small fiber neuropathy. I don't know. Maybe that's something they'll find out later. If it causes MS, pretty sure it could cause small fiber neuropathy. So I'm definitely not going to take a brand new vaccine that the test subjects will just be the people that are getting the vaccine, like people in the world. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But what's scary is the virus, COVID, there's a lot of people that are being negatively affected by it months past the initial infection. Okay, they're having problems. Very similar to the things they're describing, remind me a lot of the things that I deal with every day. So that is also scary. Am I scared to get COVID? Yeah. That's why I'm not going to go work in a building. I'm not going to go train in a building. I don't want to fucking get COVID, okay? And I feel like if I am going into a work environment where I am spending a long amount of time around people, that increases my chances to get COVID. And so, okay. one of the reasons why these last few months since I was laid off have been so, other than, looking for a job, they've been really non-productive for me. Like, there were so many things that I wanted to get done. I wanted to go back to where my room was spotless again. And I thought, oh, well, I can do that now because I'll have the energy because I'm not working. Or there's projects I want to get done. Or there's crafts I want to get done. And a lot of those things I can't do just because my hands will no longer allow me to do them. I'm not as dexterous. Dexterous? Is that a word? Dexterous? There's dextrose, which is a sugar derivative, I think, but dexterous, I don't know. Anyway, something to do with your, hands and stuff like that. So, in terms of crafts and things, I thought there was all this stuff I was going to be able to get done. And what I found was I immediately took to my bed, partly because I was so depressed. It's always scary when so I made the most money, and that's not in any way a bragging right. It's just saying, like, I think when you make more money, there's more pressure on your shoulders, and it's not a huge, great, significant amount of money, but it was enough to where, like, if anyone's going to lose their job, it shouldn't be me. So, I took to my bed, other than doing the job things, and, looking back now, I can tell, like, I was really, really depressed. I wasn't really admitting that to myself. Obviously, the first few weeks, I cried and sobbed. Yeah. But then even after that, like, I just laid in bed and I felt this overwhelming sense of fear, of hopelessness, of feeling like a loser, feeling rejection, feeling, because I've never, what are you doing? I've never been out of work as a disabled person, meaning, chronically ill with some special needs in terms of assistance. I need assistance with a walker or that kind of thing. So, and I've never been in my 50s and having to look for a job, which is scary. Like, the older you get, the harder it is to find a job. I don't care what they say. There's absolutely ageism, 100%. But they're not telling you that they're not giving you the job because you're just an old hag. They're not going to tell you that. Bro. Well, why'd you go down there? Don't you pull my camera out. Come on. Let's not go down there anymore. Okay, baby? Okay. So, hello. I'm just going to keep talking till something happens. So, anyway, yeah, looking back on that, I can see that I was in a really deep depression. Then, of course, there was the, okay. Then came COVID, right? Lost my job. Right after that, when I'm supposed to be looking for jobs, I'm thinking, okay, well, I've got some traction. I've got some pretty big people out there that are wanting to help me, like higher ups. Do you know what I mean? Like letters of recommendation, beautiful letter of recommendations, from top executives, CEOs, doctors, that kind of thing. But then came COVID and everything stopped. And my daughter lost her job, got it back, lost her job, got it back, lost her job, got it back, lost her job, got it back. Because everyone was trying to navigate this whole COVID thing. So I understand that completely. But at the time, emotionally, that was very hard on her. Also, you know, she doesn't do well with like medical issues. So COVID really scared her, and understandably. And being exposed, like I wasn't exposed. So, but being out there every day, handling cash from people or handling their cards that they've been touching all day, and you know, God only knows, like, so there was all this fear of like, oh my God, am I going to catch COVID? Oh my God, am I going to come home and give it to my sick mom and give it to my grandma who could both die from this? Like, you know, it's scary. So then there's the whole COVID thing, which I think put me into another depression, because it's like, okay, well, how am I going to get a job now? And the longer you go without a job, here's what's sad. The longer you go without a job, you have a gap. It's called a time gap or a work gap or something like that. And the wider it gets from the last place that you worked, for whatever reason, even though I have 25 years of experience, they will look at that 6-month gap and be like, oh, she's useless to us now. What kind of logic is that? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what kind of logic is that? So anyway, my initial point was to say, you know, I'm talking to these people and it's starting out great. But then when I'm explaining my needs to them, like, listen, if I come in, you know, everyone is working remote now. A lot of companies are training remote. We can make this work. Here's why I can't come into the office, but look at all the other stuff I have to offer. The minute I say that, it's done. I can tell it's done. They're done. They're like, okay, well, you know, we'll give you a call, and then I never hear from them. And so, of course, now I'm not going to be so forthcoming with the whole I have special needs thing and I have a disability, like when you fill out the application. But also, like, if they tell me to come in and like physically work there, or train there, I cannot. Like, it's fall. We already know what they said was going to happen in fall. It's going to start ramping up. Then you've got the flu. If I were to get the flu and COVID at the same time, I can't even be, I don't know what would happen. And you know, every year older I get, the less capable my body is of handling that, because at least my small fiber neuropathy is progressive. It continues to get worse. So, you know, and I think I'm finally starting to, you know, job searching aside, I'm finally starting to get to a place mentally where, like, let me give you an example. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to the job thing. I have the kind of mind, luckily, because I have DID, I do have the ability to disassociate, and that's my superpower. And maybe some people don't have that ability, but I do. So let's say I'm in a deep depression, and you know, laundry's piling up, chores are piling up, because I'm just like, I can't, I'm over it, like, mentally, whatever. But if I were to get a job tomorrow, boom, my brain goes into work mode. Like, It's just that simple because I like working. I'm excited to learn new things. I'm excited to be a contributor to my family. Right now, I have my unemployment that is a contribution, and that's something I've paid into. That whole system, social security system, all of that, I've been paying into that since I was 16 years old. So I've earned it. Do you know what I mean? But that's going to change. Like, at some point, I'm not going to be bringing any money in. And I have to decide, like, I'm limited to the kinds of jobs I can do. I can't do, one of the jobs that I thought would be fun would be, I would love to go back and work at daycare if I could. That was my most favorite job ever, was just working at daycare. And I was like, oh, I could work in the infant room. So the infant room, I mean, they're infants. You're changing diapers, you're rocking them, you're feeding them. That's it. It's not that hard. And it's precious and it's lovely, and it, you know, and if there was some way they could figure out, I don't know how they would figure that out, because that's scary. But I will say my kids have their kids in daycare, and they've only been getting the regular stuff, you know. But also, how is my body going to handle the regular stuff? You know what I mean? Like, when I get sick, and that sickness, what comes with that sickness is like body aches. I have body aches to the nth degree. Like, my body already hurts. So it takes it to a level where I'm like, just fucking kill me. But I would love to do that job. I just feel like I'm so limited in what I can do right now. But I'm finally getting, at least here at home, I'm finally coming out of that depressed state where I'm getting more into like an acceptance mode of like, well, this just is what it is. It's out of your control in terms of when COVID is over, you know, when you don't have to worry about it anymore, when you can go back into the workplace, when you feel safe to go back into the workplace. That may not be for a few years from now. But I'm finally starting to want to participate in life more. And I think that's, a lot of it is just because the weather's changing, and it's not like in the summer months you just go into hibernation mode. All you do is you can just lay there. That's all you do. Housework, please. The minute you get up to do anything and you're not in front of a fan, you're dying, right? You're just sweating, you're dying, you're exhausted, whatever. So I think this video may have gone off the rails a little bit, but I think I got a lot out in terms of where my head's been at lately, what I'm feeling like job-wise, life update. There's really no life update other than we finally met B's boyfriend. We love him. I, for the first time in forever, went to a social event with one of our friends. It was an intimate event. There was just a few people, but it was a pool party. But the cool thing, like for me, it wasn't hot. It was like 80s, which I can handle. The pool was warmer because I was having some issues with toe cramping, so I would have to hurry up and get in the hot tub. I spent most of my time in the hot tub, which was, oh, my body fucking loved it. But every now and then I needed to cool off, and I'd get into the regular pool, which was somewhat warm, but not warm enough, and I would get these awful, awful, awful toe cramps, so I'd have to get back in. But it was so great. This was a friend of mine that I've known since high school. He and Kelly are best friends. I love him dearly. We all went to the same high school and grew up together. So I was so excited. Like, I was so proud of myself because Kelly's been going like a couple of Saturdays here and there to this pool party thing. He'll go and he'll be there for like 8 hours sometimes. And I'm laying in bed and sometimes I cry because I'm like, God, is this my fucking life? You know, like, my husband is off doing things, living life. And I'm just going to lay in bed and watch TV all day. And finally, one day, it was this last Saturday, he texted me. He was like, hey, I'm going to come by and get my swimsuit. And I was like, your swimsuit? What do you mean? Where are you going? Well, he reminded me. He was like, I'm going to go to Val's house. And I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Because, of course, I had said, well, you know, I'm not going. But that's back when it was like hottest part of the year, sun's beating down on you, a lot of people were there, which I get, again, a lot of people overstimulated, plus with all the heat. But I was sitting there and I was thinking, because my plans were like, I'm just gonna be laying in bed all day as usual. And I was like, okay, well, do you want to lay in bed all day or do you want to go live your fucking life? Like, what do you want to do? Because right now, you're not working, so you can actually recover when you're done. This is the best, if you're going to go do this stuff right now when you don't have a job, is the best time to do it. Of course, also when it's cooler. So I was really, really proud of myself because I was like, I'm going to go live my fucking life. And I went. I had the best time. We were there for like 8 or 9 hours. And everyone there, and part of like when you have a chronic illness is you always have like so many needs all the time, like the whole time you're there. Like for me, I need my cough drops. I need my chapstick. What does that look like? Like, I'm going to be in the water. How do I get to my cough drops? I'm going to need to be near my medication because I don't want to put my purse in the house and have other people be able to get into my medication. Do you know what I mean? Because they won't refill it, okay? If something happens to your medication, your pain medication, the pharmacies won't refill it. Because obviously you're a drug seeker, right? You're disclaimed, you're an addict, you're a drug seeker. It doesn't matter that somebody stole your pills or whatnot. So you have to keep your purse with you at all times. You know, it's just, and you feel like a child or like this needy blob, you know, and I've never been really fond of being the person that had like special like needs where, well, I have to have my chapstick and I have to have my cough drops and I expect all these people to be accommodating. I don't want to be a burden. Okay. It really bothers me. And I know that that's ego and I need to really start getting that in check. Otherwise, oh my God, there's a big giant squirrel with the bushiest tail I've ever seen. We never have squirrels over here, so I have to say hello. Hi,